Well, from Plum Orchard Shelter, I decided to get up early and start early because today I'm going to try to go about 20 miles to Archdiocese Gap Shelter. There is a campsite a couple of miles before that. However, that's all it is. It's just a campsite, no shelter. So just in case there is some heavy rain tonight, I want to get myself where there's a shelter. The big rain's predicted for Saturday night, but somehow there was a big heavy thunderstorm last night over at Plum Orchard as well, but I don't think that's going to stop the Saturday night rain from coming though. And who knows what we're getting tonight, Friday night. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get to Archdiocese Gap, and that's why I started early. It was still sort of dark. I still had to use my headlamp for the first few minutes, but now it's lighter, and we'll see where this goes, but at least I'm giving myself a chance to get the big miles in today. Just before 10 o'clock on Friday, here's the state border. So that's what Georgia looks like around here. And that's what North Carolina looks like around here. Remarkably similar in this spot. So it's just a wee before 10 o'clock on this Friday. So I started 5 days ago, just slightly later in the day than it is now by maybe a few minutes. So that was mile marker 78.3. So that is 87.1 miles from Amicalola. And that was about 5 days work. So not too bad. And the crossing of the state line is also crossing of the diocese boundary from the Archdiocese of Atlanta into the Diocese of Charlotte. There are 19 Catholic dioceses along the Appalachian Trail, 11 along the Pacific Crest Trail, and 9 along the Continental Divide Trail. Just past the state line and diocese boundary, we are in Plum Gap, North Carolina. And over there is the famous twisted oak tree. Wasn't sure if this was the trail here, but looking far away, I did see a white blaze. Most of the way does not look too bad. Except here, none shall pass, says the hurricane. Down south over here, you do see a lot of long, level ridgetop sections. It's kind of cool. Most of the trail's been pretty clear, but several times I've seen either something like this or a trunk going right across the trail, sliced right off from something that looked pretty fresh. So the hurricane was definitely felt a little more up here than in Georgia. This is the viewpoint. You have to go off trail a bit, Blue Blaze, at the top of Standing Indian. Definitely worth it. View is mostly to the south. Little lake over there. You can see the rain coming, or at least it looks like there might be rain coming. And big lake or lakes over that way. There's the rest of the Standing Indian Ridge. that before the treadway got cleared, it probably looked like the jumbled mess both to the right and to the left. So definitely mad props to the trail crew and other volunteers who've cleared the way since Hurricane Helene. Oh, we got a few tent sites out here just outside or close to the Coleman Gap Shelter. And continuing on here in Coleman Gap, there is the shelter. Hello.
A latecomer.